In the heart of the Scottish Highlands, where rolling hills meet the cold, dark waters of Loch Ness, a legend has captured imaginations for centuries. The loch itself is long and narrow, stretching for nearly 23 miles, its surface often shrouded in mist. Locals say the water is so deep and dark that it seems to swallow the light. It's here, in these mysterious waters, that the story of the Loch Ness Monster, affectionately known as Nessie, begins. The earliest tales of a strange creature in Loch Ness date back to ancient times. In the year 565 AD, the Irish monk Saint Columba traveled through the region. According to his biographer, Columba encountered villagers burying a man by the river Ness. They claimed he had been attacked by a water beast. Columba, it said, ordered one of his followers to swim across the river. When the beast appeared, Columba made the sign of the cross and commanded it to leave. The creature vanished, and the story spread. For centuries, the legend lingered in local folklore. Fishermen and villagers spoke of something large moving beneath the surface, but the world outside the Highlands paid little attention. That changed in the 20th century. In 1933, a new road was built along the northern shore of Loch Ness, giving travelers a clear view of the water. That April, a local couple, John and Aldi Mackay, were driving along the loch when they saw something unusual. They described a large creature rolling and plunging in the water. Their account was published in the Inverness Courier, and soon the world was watching Loch Ness. Sightings multiplied. In the summer of 1933, a motorcyclist named Arthur Grant claimed he nearly collided with a creature crossing the road near the loch. He described it as having a long neck and a bulky body. Others reported seeing humps rising from the water or wakes with no visible cause. The legend grew with every telling. The most famous piece of evidence came in 1934. A London surgeon, Colonel Robert Wilson, published a photograph that seemed to show a long-necked creature gliding through the water. The image, known as the surgeon's photograph, became iconic. For decades, it was considered proof that Nessie was real. Only years later did it emerge that the photo was a clever hoax, created with a toy submarine and some wood. Still, the legend refused to die. Scientists and adventurers flocked to Loch Ness. In the 1960s and 70s, teams used sonar and underwater cameras to search for the monster. They recorded strange, unexplained echoes and blurry shapes, but nothing conclusive. In 1975, a team from the Academy of Applied Science captured an underwater photo that some believed showed a flipper. The image was grainy, but it fueled the mystery. Locals continued to share their stories. Some described seeing a creature with a long neck and small head. Others spoke of a series of humps moving through the water. Tourists arrived from around the world, hoping for a glimpse of Nessie. The loch became a place of wonder, where the line between fact and legend blurred. Skeptics offered explanations. Some said the sightings were caused by floating logs, waves, or swimming deer. Others pointed to the power of suggestion. Once people expected to see a monster, they found evidence everywhere. Scientists noted that Loch Ness is home to large fish, such as sturgeon, which could be mistaken for something more mysterious. But for many, the legend of Nessie is about more than evidence. It's about hope, curiosity, and the thrill of the unknown. The loch, with its dark waters and ancient hills, feels like a place where anything is possible. The people who live along its shores have grown up with the story. For them, Nessie is part of the landscape, a symbol of the mysteries that still exist in the world. In recent years, new technology has brought fresh searches. Drones, sonar, and DNA sampling have all been used to scan the loch. In 2018, scientists collected water samples to look for traces of unusual DNA. The results suggested the presence of large eels, but nothing that could explain all the sightings. the mystery remains. The legend of the Loch Ness Monster endures because it speaks to something deep within us. It reminds us that the world is still full of secrets, that not everything can be explained. Whether Nessie is a living creature, a trick of the light, or simply a story passed down through generations, she invites us to wonder. So the next time you find yourself by a quiet lake, watching the water ripple in the early morning mist, remember Loch Ness. Remember that, even in our modern world, there are places where mystery lives on. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. What legend should we explore next? Drop your suggestions below, and remember, the world is wide, the waters are deep, and some mysteries are meant to endure. Until next time, keep seeking, keep questioning, and keep the fire of curiosity burning bright.